Okay. Yeah. This is my plagiarist rant because I hate plagiarists and I have a plagiarism story. But we are going to start with Cassandra Clare because I didn't see a video about this. Sorry. I didn't have a Star Wars poster when I was a kid, so I always wanted one, and that's like the only poster I have. I got rid of all my other posters because they were all Johnny Depp, and I kind of grew out of that, but that's a story for another video. Oh, and that's my earring on ice that I did, because you can't get much earring on ice stuff where I live, so I had to go out and do my own. Okay, so plagiarism. I hate plagiarism and I hate plagiarists. Let me just say, as a writer, if you're gonna write, you need to do it the right way. You can't be taking other people's work and passing it off as your own. And this is a call out video for Cassandra Clare. I know it's old, and I know that everyone's tired of this bullshit, blah, 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 but I'm never going to buy one of her books. I'm never going to read one of her books. Why? Because A, she's a shit author. I mean, I don't even care if it's fan fiction, because she plagiarized 3 fan fiction books about Draco Malfoy and leather pants. I think it was a Draco Horrific. I don't know. I didn't read it. But, I mean, you can't go from being an actual known plagiarist in fandom to a successful author and get away with that shit. Like, no, I'm sorry. I don't even care. I think her books are shit, and I think she's a shit person for cheating like that. Because I'm an author. I'm trying to get, published. But, I mean, if I have assholes like her getting published for, like, the minimal amount of work, then, me and all the other authors who have spent our entire lives writing and trying to get published, like, why should we even bother? Because people are just gonna write some shit person's book, which you don't know has been plagiarized or not. Like, every time I see someone looking at one of her books, I tell them, oh, she's a plagiarist. Yeah, I will. I straight up tell them. It's like, oh yeah, she plagiarizes all the time. Because to me, once a plagiarist, always a plagiarist. You will never change. She's cheated. I'm sure she has. And, I mean, I'm gonna have to have, like, actual literal evidence that she didn't cheat besides those Harry Potter fanfics. But, even then it won't change my opinion. Because I don't like plagiarists. And I don't think she should be as popular as she is. I mean, at least the woman who wrote 50 Shades of Grey had the decency to not plagiarize at all. I mean, that's a rant for another video, but I mean, it's abusive shit book, but I mean, at least that author didn't plagiarize, which is something to say about a book series about abuse and bad BDSM practices, but I'll rant on that some other time. It's complete bullshit. I hate it. But anyway, as for my plagiarist story, because I took like three classes in community college. Mostly because I wasn't gonna get any help from the government, and my parents couldn't pay for it, and it was like 2004, 5, and 6, and I've never been all up on going to college anyway. Like I don't even care. I don't care. I'm a CNA. That's all the education got. But it was the second class I took. It was English 102. It was harder. And one time the teacher, and this was like after a break. So like before the break, we put in all of our essays, and then we would get them back after the break. Mine was one of the last ones to be passed out. And she's like, took points off for plagiarism. So, after class, I was like, okay, I'm confused. Please show me where I plagiarized. She's like, she like goes through it. She's like, right there, you plagiarized right there. Only problem is, like, I forgot who I quoted, but when you write an essay and you use a quote, you have to say so and so said this, and then in quotations you have what they said, right? So it's technically cited, and technically we didn't have to have a citations page, though on second thought I should have done that, just because this teacher was just the shittest teacher ever. I fucking hated her after this. I was like, no, that's not plagiarism, because I said who said it and I put it in quotation marks, so technically you can't call that plagiarism. She's like, well, you did it wrong, so it's plagiarism. I was like, no, that's not what because we had that style book. And I double checked my style book. It's like, that's not what the style book says. And you said that we had to have that style book. So no, technically I still didn't plagiarize. You're just pulling shit out of your ass. That's not what I said, because I was probably a lot more politer then. But she's like, blah, blah, blah. If you don't quit, then you're going to get a worse grade and go to the dean and all that. I should have just called her out on her bullshit, taking her to the dean myself, because if anybody else had read the essay, they would have realized that I never plagiarized at all, like ever. And so I didn't push it anymore. I just made sure that I double checked all of my facts and cited everything properly. And she didn't accuse me of that again, but I'm pretty sure that she just got behind during the break and she like skimmed everything and then just gave people shit grades instead of actually doing her fucking job, which we taxpayers pay her for, because it's a community college. And so I'm sure I'm not the only one that got a shit grade, but I'm the only one who got accused of plagiarism in that whole class the entire semester, and it fucking pissed me the fuck off. Because I don't plagiarize. I was homeschooled. I don't believe in cheating. I don't think anyone should cheat. I think if kids cheat at their homework, they deserve actually cheat. You know, if the teacher has evidence and they can show that the student cheated, then yeah, you deserve the punishment you get, because cheaters cheating is lazy, okay? Because I mean, I get that there's lots of homework in public schools. I've never been in one. I'm homeschooled, but I had a ton more work than my siblings, and I never cheated at one of them, even math, and I fucking hate math. I might have skimmed chapters and like went back to look up answers and bullshitted a bunch of shit, but at least I did that by myself without the teacher handbook, unlike my siblings. I mean, they only did 4 hours. I did 8. Plus some. So, yeah. I don't care. Mom doesn't believe me, but whatever. But yeah, like, I never cheated in school. I never cheated in college. And for this teacher to do that, I find reprehensible. I really just, I just could not like her after that. I was so pissed off. And like, I had to like double check everything to make sure that she couldn't accuse me of that again. And if she did, I would have taken her ass to the dean. I would have been like, I did not plagiarize, and this woman is not doing her job, and she's just giving out shit grades because whatever. I mean, I think I was able to get a 3.6 in college. Or, yeah. I mean, I technically went to college even though I dropped out, just because college wasn't for me. And plus, like the 4th class is a math class, and I paid for it once, but the website was being stupid, so I technically paid for it 3 times. I went to the bank and it's like, you only have to pay for it once, so take 2 of the payments off. But they took off all 3. And the dude straight to my face said, oh no, we've only taken off 2. By the time I realized that they took it off all 3 and I couldn't go to class because I quote unquote didn't pay for it, it was too late. I didn't have the money. And I mean, I was working paycheck to paycheck. Levi, out. So yeah. So anyway, yep, that's my plagiarism story, and that's why I'm not going to read Cassandra Clare. And yeah, this is basically a Cassandra Clare call-out video because she's a plagiarist. I don't trust her, and I think her books are shit. I do. That's my opinion. Whatever.